welcome to Enjoy English. Let's have a recap of the story Adventures in a Banyan Tree. The narrator describes his experience at his grandfather's house, the big banyan tree, his favorite sport, and his proud position, and his hobby reading books. He enjoyed reading a variety of novels while sitting on the platform of the tree, and the usual scenes, domestic scenes just below the tree. And he also described about a thrilling experience that made him spellbound throughout his summer. Before we discuss that, just answer 4 simple questions. Who was the first friend of the narrator? Second one, what did the boy offer to his friend? Third one, pick out the word that means to search thoroughly and carefully. Just write down the answer. It's very simple questions you will get directly from the textbook. Let's check the answer. What is the first answer? Who is the first friend? Yes, a young gray squirrel. The second one, what did the boy offer? The answer is pieces of cake and biscuit. And then the third one, find out the right word. That is, often you get such a question in your examination. You have to find out a word that means the phrase. So here, what's the word that means to search thoroughly and carefully? The answer is delve.
There was a time I saw a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. It was an April afternoon, and the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. I was feeling drowsy myself and was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house for a swim when I saw a huge black cobra gliding out to the clump of cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden. At the same time, a mongoose, whom I had often seen, emerged from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. In a clearing beneath the tree, in bright sunshine, they came face to face. Cobra knew only too well that the grey mongoose, 3 feet long, was a superb fighter, clever and aggressive, but the cobra was skillful and experienced fighter too. He could move swiftly and strike with the speed of light, and the sacs behind his long, sharp fangs were full of deadly venom. It was to be a battle of champions. Hissing defiance, his forked tongue darting in and out, the cobra raised 3 of his 6 feet off the ground and spread his broad, spectacled hood. The mongoose bushed his tail. The long hair on his spine stood up. In the past, the very thickness of his hair had saved him from bites that would have been fatal to others. Though the combatants were unaware of my presence in the banyan tree, they soon became aware of the arrival of 2 other spectators. One was a myna and the other a general crow, not the wily urban crow. They had seen these preparations for battle and had settled on the cactus to watch the outcome. Had they been content only to watch, all would have been well with both of them. The cobra stood on the defensive, swaying slowly from side to side, trying to mesmerize the mongoose into making a false move. But the mongoose knew the power of his opponent's glassy, unwinking eyes and refused to meet them. Instead, he fixed his gaze at a point just below the cobra's hood and opened the attack. Moving forward quickly until he was just within the cobra's reach, he made a feint to one side, swiftly that I thought nothing could save the mongoose. But the little fellow jumped neatly to one side and darted in as swiftly as the cobra, biting the snake on the back and darting away again out of range. The moment the cobra struck, the crow and the myna hurled themselves at him, only to collide heavily in midair. Shrieking at each other, they returned to the cactus plant. A few drops of blood glistened on the cobra's back. The cobra struck again and missed. Again the mongoose sprang aside, jumped in and bit. Again the birds dived at the snake, bumped into each other instead, and returned shrieking to the safety of the cactus. The third round followed the same course as the first, but with one dramatic difference. The crow and the myna, still determined to take part in the proceedings, dived at the cobra, but this time they missed each other as well as their mark. The myna flew on and reached its perch, but the crow tried to pull up in mid-air and turned back. In the second that it took him to do this, the cobra whipped his head back and struck with great force, his snout thudding against the crow's body. I saw the bird flung nearly 20 feet across the garden, where after fluttering about for a while, it lay still. The myna remained on the cactus plant, very wisely refrained from interfering again. The cobra was weakening, and the mongoose, walking fearlessly up to it, raised himself on his short legs and with lightning snap had the big snake by the snout. The cobra writhed and lashed about in a frightening manner and even coiled itself about the mongoose, but all to no avail. The little fellow hung grimly on until the snake had ceased to struggle. He then smelt along its quivering length and gripped it round the hole, dragged it into the bushes. The myna dropped cautiously to the ground, hopped about, peered to the bushes from the safe distance, and then with a shrill of cry of congratulation flew away.
You have listened to the lesson. What is the exciting scene that is described by the narrator, and also a thrilling encounter, the fight between the mongoose and the cobra that you have also witnessed through the video. And we can see that there are two other spectators. Who are the other two spectators? One is the myna and the another one is a jungle crow. Both of them are on the cactus plant, and the birds also interfere in between the fights, and the crow lost his life in the second round, whereas the myna escaped skillfully and remained silent on the cactus plant itself, thinking that it is not safe for him to interfere further in the fight between the cobra and the mongoose. And the last third round, we can see that the mongoose had won the fight. And what did the narrator do after the fight? Listen to the lesson.
When he had also made a cautious descent from the tree and returned to the house, I told grandfather of the fight I had seen. He was pleased that the mongoose had won. He had encouraged it to live in the garden, to keep away the snakes, and fed it regularly with scraps from the kitchen. He had never tried taming it, because a wild mongoose was more useful than a domesticated one. From the banyan tree, I often saw the mongoose patrolling the four corners of the garden, and once I saw him with an egg in his mouth and knew he had been in the poultry house, but he hadn't harmed the birds, and I knew grandmother would forgive him for stealing as long as he kept the snake away from the house.
From the last part of the story, yes, the boy descended from the tree when he was really safe, and the narrator narrated all the incidents to his grandfather, and the grandfather became very happy at the mongoose victory. And the wild mongoose is useful than the domesticated one. That was a comment made by the grandfather, and he offered food items to the mongoose, and so that they can get rid of snakes from their garden. And then the tree also witnessed another interesting episode. Go on reading, listen to the text.
The banyan tree was also the setting for what we were to call the strange case of the grey squirrel and the white rat. The white rat was grandfather's. He had brought it from the bazaar for 4 annas, but I would often take it with me in the roots and branches of the old tree. Banyan tree, where it soon struck up a friendship with one of the squirrels. They would go off together on little excursions among the branches. Then the squirrels started building a nest. At first, she tried building it in my pockets, and when I went indoors and changed my clothes, I would find straw and grass falling out. Then one day, grandmother's knitting was missing. We hunted for it everywhere, but without success. Next day, I saw something glinting in the hole in the banyan tree. Going up to investigate, I saw that it was the end of grandmother's steel knitting needle. On looking further, I discovered that the hole was crammed with knitting, and amongst the wool were 3 baby squirrels, all of them white. Grandfather had never seen white squirrels before, and we gazed at them in wonder. We were puzzled for some time, but when I mentioned the white rat's frequent visit to the tree, grandfather told me that the rat must be the father. Rats and squirrels were related to each other, he said, and so it was quite possible for them to have offspring, in this case, white squirrels.
You hope you have understood what is the incident. That is again very much interesting and wonderful that he described here. That's about the white rat that is brought by a grandfather from market for 4 annas. And the boy used to take the white rat to the banyan tree and there develop a friendship between the white rat and the squirrel. And the squirrel started building its nest first in the pocket of the boy. And see the intimacy of the boy and the squirrel. The squirrel find it very safe, the pocket of the boy. And then we can see that the missing of grandmother's knitting. And later it is found in the hole of the tree that is crammed. And the wonderful scene, there they can see that the 3 white squirrels among the wool. The grandfather also surprised because he never happened to see white squirrels in his lifetime. So they come to the conclusion that the white rat must be the father of the white squirrels, and there must be a relation between squirrel and the rat. There is an interesting task for you. You come across so many new expressions and words here in the lesson, and you can just choose the right word from the given phrases. Some phrases are given and the words are given in the bracket. First phrase, vigorous or quarrelsome. Second one, mix it, put together. Third one, a pleasant, shady place under trees. A challenge to meet in a combat or in a contest. To search thoroughly and carefully. An attack aimed at one place or point merely as a distraction from the real place or point of attack. From the real place or point of attack. These are the phrases. There is a meaning to the words that is given in brackets. What are the words given in bracket? Let us see. Aggressive, barber, faint, blunted, delve, defiance. So find out which word means the phrases given above. Hope you enjoyed the story and you have a list of new words with you. And now we can discuss some assignments. So just write down the assignment in your notebook. First one is a notice. Nature Club of your school has decided to conduct an essay competition on the topic Conservation of Nature. Draft a notice to inform all the students. So you can include relevant information like date of the function, chief guest of the function, venue, all the relevant information that you can include. I'm quite sure that you are familiar with the format and content of the notice because you have learned in the previous classes. And second one is a narrative. The boy was thrilled at seeing the fight between the cobra and the mongoose. Narrate the fight scene in your own words. Just like the boy, you also witness the same thing. You are seeing how thrilling it is. 2 equally strong opponents. They are in a batching fight with each other. Both of them are superb fighters. So you have a very good idea in your mind. So just write down narrating the fight scene in your own words. That is second assignment for you. Your friends are ready here to present some of the assignments. Listen to the letter.
Ivy Cottage, Landocard, Nagarum, 3rd June 2020. Dear Savan, hope you are enjoying vacation there. Here, I am with my grandparents at the village. This is a wonderful experience. I have got many new friends here. My first friend is a tiny squirrel. In the first, he was very afraid to come near to me. I didn't give up. With the little pieces of biscuits and cake offered to him, we slowly became friends. The amazing thing was, we became friends like he comes to my pocket and searches. Maybe the other squirrels do not like it. Still, he enjoys the company. I'll miss him when I return. Still, I won't take him with me and put him in a cage like a prisoner. I let him enjoy his freedom and life. After all, he is also like me. I'll come to my village next time to see him. He's the best friend I ever got to me. Hope he thinks the same. Convey my regards to all. See you soon. Your lovingly, I.
First friend and familiar was a small grey squirrel. Arching his back and sniffing into the air, he seemed at first to
Hope you enjoyed the story, Adventures in a Banyan Tree. And see the questions given on the side of the lesson. Write down the answer and post in your class WhatsApp group. And then now we can have just summarize the main points together. The story at a glance. Once there lived a boy with his grandfather in Dehradun. There was a big banyan tree. He enjoyed to live there and watch the world around. He met a squirrel there who became his first friend. He offered biscuits and cake to the squirrel. The tree became his favorite place where he used to read many books. The tree was full of birds during the peak season. One day he happened to see a fight between a mongoose and a cobra. The mongoose won the fight, though cobra tried his best to fight with the mongoose. The squirrel at first tried to build his nest in the pocket of the boy. Later, he and his grandfather surprised to see 3 white squirrels in a nest in the tree. How dancing squirrels are related to each other was a new knowledge to them. The boy in the story stands for the innocent childhood, enjoying the company of nature. He is a keen observer of wonders of nature and depicts the scenes of nature in the colors of love. Got the story at a glance? Develop these points. Include the points as an introduction about the writer, your own inferences, your own opinion regarding the story, the characters, the mongoose, the cobra, and the white squirrel, and then the squirrel. Everything together, compile the answer as a review. That is your next task. We have seen how the story Adventures in a Banyan Tree depict the relationship between nature and man. Similarly, there are so many stories that is written by the same author that you can read and enjoy. So I suggest another book, that is The Cherry Tree. The short story The Cherry Tree by the same author Ruskin Bond, where he describes from India in which a little girl plants a cherry seed and cares for the cherry tree through its difficult life. So here also we can see that how people protect and preserve trees. So tree become our best companion that we can see through these stories. So it is our duty to protect nature, preserve nature, because it is our one and only abode.